Hi everyone, my name is Mishaela Hollis, and today I will be diving deeper into something that affects all of us, and that is called the gig economy, particularly how it affects the creative industries such as graphic design. So, what is a gig economy? The formal definition is a labor market characterized by the prevalence of short-term contracts or freelance work as opposed to permanent jobs. So basically, this is an economy built off of side gigs that turn into the majority of the individual's income. This also refers to recent evolution in on-demand hiring to address an immediate and or cheaper option for employers' needs, thanks to technological developments that have given the employer and business owners a lot more availability, conveniently easy access to getting in touch with these particular individuals that have a specific set of skills in order to do a project or some kind of job for them. So the gig economy is huge and it is rapidly growing. According to the 2017 Freelancing in America reports by Upwork, 37.6% of the entire U.S. workforce freelanced throughout the 2017 year, which is around 57.3 million Americans, which is a huge number. But with these projections, at least 50% of the U.S. workforce will be working freelance by the end of 2020, which is a huge jump. This goes to show for itself that the gig economy is growing. But particularly in the graphic design industry, in 2014, studies show that about 20% of graphic designers were freelanced and self-employed, which there is a difference. Freelance is on the side of a traditional job, and self-employed is obviously that is their primary income. But because the graphic design industry has grown so much within the last 5 years, freelancers now account for a whopping 90% of the industry participation, which is a huge number, but also not a surprising number. If anyone knows the struggles of an artist or a designer trying to make their way into the world, it's very common for artists and designers to get a second or multiple jobs in order to create a living for themselves. So that's a huge number, but it's also not a surprising number at all. So, since there's so many freelancers in the industry, how does that actually affect the graphic design industry itself? Well, freelancing is great for a lot of people, but for the people that are in traditional 9-to-5 jobs, that are in-house trying to work towards these projects, it's actually taking opportunities away from them. And because of that, their employers and their bosses are giving them other responsibilities outside of their scope of specialties, which is making designers find themselves overworked and underpaid because they have all of these responsibilities that aren't necessarily for them, that are taking time away from their actual graphic design projects. Programs and companies such as Wix, GoDaddy, 99 Designs, and Canva, which are companies designed for the freelance-driven industries, are manipulating clients by taking advantage of popular trends. They're giving the availability to pre-designed, popular, modern-looking styles and designs that are budget-friendly for companies to use, which is taking value and credibility away from the actual design process itself, which is a huge problem. So the need for creative professionals are declining simply due to the fact that business owners care more about quantity over quality. And any business owner, any business person knows that investing into your company is a very good and profitable thing. And the design, the message that you're trying to portray to your customers, it's very important. And that is done by graphic design, so it's important to invest instead of being a basic, typical branded company. So transitioning to this generalized branding, it's taking creative specialists and devaluing them, as well as the whole industry itself, which is creating a lot of issues as far as graphic designers being able to make a living for themselves. So, what designers can do to adapt to the continuous change. So the gig economy is huge, it's not going away. So the best designers can do is to work along with it in a way that gives value back to the industry itself. If you're freelancing, if you're an in-house, either one, you're going to want to stick to these so that your work is valued. So number one is stick to the value as an artist. Know your worth, know your work's worth, and stick to that. Focus your portfolios and resumes on skills, achievements, and certifications. This will set a standard for all of the industry. And then always be learning new skills and keeping up with technological advances. This is something that is already commonly used, but especially in a world where there's so many options for the employers and business owners, it's important to stand out to those and so they know your worth. And the economy is a two-way street. So what employers and businesses can do too, because they're also equally as a part of this as well. One is explore all options before deciding to outsource. It's really important you know what you want to do with your company. Number two, require certain skills, experience, and certifications in your hiring process. This will also allow for an industry baseline. And then make sure prioritizing quality over quantity. Like I said, design work is an investment for your company, and it needs to be looked at that as well. In order to do any of these steps, you need to educate. So it is really important for employers and business owners to educate themselves or get to know the design industry and actually learn what it does and learn what designers can do for you. Because it is a very important aspect of business. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's presentations. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good day.